It's the Cable League. MTG Gathering Show.
A little bit lackluster for Pack 1 Pick 1. The cards that appeal to me are Show and Tell, Bristly Bill, and Wooded Foothills. Yeah, the one Soul Ring game was the Molded 3. Some Oko action, little Oko action. Not the worst, not the best. Where is Rafine good? If you're doing like a tempo-y type shell, some piddly flyers and stuff. Counter their thing, kill their thing, flash in your guy, untap, play Rafine, attack, get a loot, grow your thing. Kind of the same spot as like the ninjas are, but you have to add a third color. I don't really think any of the three color duders are worth including, personally, in this cube. Yeah, I was looking at Time Warp. I was looking at the Spring Heart and Nantuko. I think you just take the Hedge Maze, Just lock up some nice fixing right from the get-go. Ooh. Trop, Upheaval, Corsair. You had the perfect Rafine deck and it still wasn't very good. That is unfortunate. I mean, so there was a spot where it was like briefly in the quote-unquote best standard deck, or the deck to beat, but then it just like stopped, right? It stopped being played in standard. It's probably a bad side for Vintage Cube. Looking at Shelldock, looking at Oddity. It's kind of wild that Oddity is just a better card than Crater Hoof. Because it can like flip and become a hoof, but then early on you can play it and hit your opponent's Planeswalker or whatever. If you never go past 4 mana, it still does something. Caryatid's an option. I think I'm going to take Zurin Orb. Just in the off chance we get to do the thing. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Heencock thinks the saw these 50 months there, the big 5-0. You hope I'm having a safe and happy day. I am, Heencock, I am. I had a pleasant lunch. Fucking, played some Pauper with a viewer. I got to work in the garden a little bit. Played some Modern, tested some Modern. Jamming some Cube. Enjoying a nice brandy. Life is good, friends. Life is good. Trigon Predator. Trigon Predator, I topped my first GP top 8. I believe I was playing 4 Trigon Predators. There were a lot of decks where just like playing a Trigon Predator on turn 2 was pretty reasonable. Stole its fair share of games. I might play a Karn. We'll see. And then I was also playing a deck where I was jamming Survival of the Fittest. So I really wanted a high creature count. But I was also playing Force of Will, so I really wanted a high blue count. And blue creatures were fucking god-awful. And Trigon Predator was like the one playable one. The one in Legacy that was like not embarrassing. So I was like, alright, I'm playing for that fucking card. Nice. We got ourselves a little fast spawn waiting room, Hey, the little Donnie thinks of 36 months there, the 3 years. You just finished your paper cube. Oh, very cool, Donnie. Hope you have a great time with it. Have I seen Satya pop off in the cube? What one's Satya? Is it that the Jeskai 4-drop that like doubles things? Because I have. That card is ridiculous in the right spot. I think the silliest thing I ever saw was like copying Ocelot Prides. Or maybe they were copying some value card when they had an Ocelot Pride in play, and then the Ocelot Pride doubled it all. Point being, I've seen it do some fucked up shit. So typically, I'm more of a like just draft the Mox person. But here I am with a Zurin Orb and a Corsair Crew Fix. I think I'm supposed to draft the Fast Spawn. I think that's just what we're doing here. And the person who gets my Mox can be happy. Yeah, I'm not going to risk the Crucible not coming back. Ulamog's interesting for if we saw a channel. I think I'm just going to grab Ignoble Hierarch. It'll help out our curve, Not every hand opener is going to have fast spawn. This still lets us go like 1-drop into 3-drop. We're getting a lot of nice 3s. Titania should wheel, yeah. We have the fucking Zurin Orb and the Safekeeper. Why would somebody else want it, huh? So this is interesting. We do have the Thespian stage for the Dark Depths. And there's a Waterlogged Grove that plays pretty good with the Crucible things. I'm going to grab the Tarn, though, and just grab another fetch. Fetch for our nice duels. The Volcanic's a little tempting. It'll help us splash a Minskin Boo if we saw one in pack 3. I guess I dig that. The rest of the pack's a little meh. We have not seen Strip Mine yet. Have I played Nugan? I have. It's okay. It's okay in the cube. 7's a big ass, but it's a pretty powerful effect. I played a shitload of it in the modern portion of the stream today. A little Uganed out. I'm really tempted by the Occult Epiphany. Filter card, help me get my combo together. Hard for me to pass Emrakul, though. Green Sun finds some combo pieces, right? Like the Courser or the Tracker. I might just take Jar. I might just take my draw 7 for the fast bond. Did I enjoy Modern? Mixed. Like, one of the decks I was playing, I kind of had fun with. And the other ones, I was like, this is kind of rancid. It's weird. Modern used to be, like, one of my favorite formats. Lately, I've been, like, kind of wondering why it's popular. Hello, Titanium. Do I remember playing against Hive Mind in Legacy? I don't think so. I mean, I do, but like I don't think I remember any details. Whatever you're fishing for. I really want the Waterlogged Grove with the Crucible effect. You know, its own little draw engine. I should probably be taking the Dark Depths, but I'm gonna take the Grove. No, Mark. There were a few different decks that played. Jables is right. It was played in Legacy briefly, and it was a modern deck aside from Amulet briefly as well. The tournament, the modern tournament, the extended Pro Tour that I was talking about, that had White Weenie versus what was that stupid 1-mana 03 or 05? Where the toughness dealt the damage. Doran something. Anyway, that was the finals. But I remember Arilax day 2'd that tournament. Playing like just Hive Mind combo. You're right that at some point people did muck around with it in Amulet. But it had been a bunch of other decks before then. Over the years. Oh shit, what up? Hey, JBS3 thinks the sub there, thinks the 19 months, and Remnant thinks the resub, thinks the 7 months there. Much better indeed. Doran, that's the one, yeah. That was a long time ago, but I remember it because it was my first Pro Tour. Locked in the old noggin. I guess birds. I'm not thrilled about it. Not a lot for this Displacer Kitten to do. Trigger Nadu, I guess. Kinda wish I'd grabbed that Green Sun earlier. There's a crop rotation for the Dark Depths that I didn't grab. I actually think we have the island count for this Gush. I'm gonna play it. Fastbond Gush is good. If you don't have the Fastbond, it's a little iffy, but whatever. Hey, little channel action. Does channel make Worldly Tutor interesting? Certainly more interesting. And then here we've got a third fetch. We could have a 3-fetch fucking Titania Crucible deck. Or we could grab Time Spiral and have a second draw 7 here. I think I'm supposed to grab the fetch. So the bind stock would be nice. I'm gonna grab this Sentinel though. Currently we don't have a lot of synergy with this Nadu. I think I'm gonna throw this Metamorph in the sideboard. I was hoping I was gonna get one of those shitter Nadu equipment. Make it look kind of good. Hey, Georgism thinks the sub thinks the 8 months. Sorry that teacup pasta didn't land. Oh, you're fine, George. I did see your later comment where you clarified it was a copy pasta. Already forgotten. Where the hell am I? Was Renin 6 good there? Probably. A little bit worried about my opponents, like cloning Nadu and having it be much better for them. Wait, cut to make? I think it's either the Fnatic or the Nadu. I'm gonna cut Fnatic here. Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like what the Fnatic is paying for. I guess there's like tracker clues. There's flipping oddity. That's pretty mana intensive. Yeah, I'm actually gonna cut Nadu. It'd be fine. It'd be like a solid card. I don't think it's like doing quite as much as the rest of these cards though, in terms of helping things come together. Fewer islands than I was expecting. This is 8 blue, 14 green. What do you want to metamorph, Kadunk? What are you excited about metamorphing? Not doing Safekeeper is nice. Not doing Safekeeper is nice. You make a good point. Yeah, I was thinking that Sentinel was going to be my like only real synergy, but I guess we have a couple. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So turn 1 fastball here doesn't do anything for you. Unless you have Miscalc up on turn 2. We're not Miscalc up on turn 2 anyway. This way, we get to surveil. Maybe get a land? Land? Alright. See if this lands. It does not. That's alright. I didn't build my whole fucking deck around that card or anything. Sure. This is a jam? It is, yeah. Classic Electric 6. This is what I get for counting Once Upon a Time as a land in my deck list. We had Banadorks and stuff in this deck too, though. I was gonna scoop here. I was thinking if they reanimate Arcanum, it's not the end of the world because we Oko it, but in this case, they can just cycle their thing, right? And maybe after like some grinding, you can get to a spot where you treachery their thing, but that's one of the reasons I was really trying to hit a land there and get things rolling. Does it hit graveyards? Sort of. I guess I like that. How goes the cubes? I've been getting fucking shit stomped. Getting my ass rocked in positions that I didn't even know existed. Pretty great night. Things resolving. I mean, yeah, Emmy or Fastbond, huh? Fastbond would look really good with this Gush. And this Tireless Tracker. Gonna get to see this band later this year. Pretty soon, I think. Or maybe next month. Opponent's making a 4-4, sure. I don't hate it. Sometimes you just want to make a 2-mana 4-4. Oh no, Shinigami. Some things just keep getting worse. Well, it seems like it's gonna win, huh? Oh, but they're not activating it. You think Magic keeps getting worse? So Magic... Well, actually, maybe I should have cloned the tracker there. Oh, I meant to exile their Force Negation. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So I don't agree that Magic has, like, overall gotten worse. I have complaints about modern Magic and design philosophy. Well, I don't even know if design philosophy is the right word. They've made some banger limited sets lately. A couple duds, but, like, more heaters than not. It's mostly about them just, like, releasing fucking 3 sets before I even, like, figure out what the name of the set that's getting released this weekend is. And they're already spoiling the next shit. I can't keep up with it. It's like all I do here is play Magic, and it's just too much for little old Caleb. I don't like that they've got cards that are the same card but have different names. I kind of hate that. Like the Lord of the Rings versions of existing cards. Every time my opponent plays a fucking Caracas that's not a Caracas, and I have to, like, look up what that card actually is, or a Wasteland or whatever. Really dislike that. Probably my least favorite Magic development is giving cards different names when it's not necessary. It sort of makes sense with the Spider-Man release thing. Like, at least they're keeping the formats in alignment. I should have lit on this, huh? Be a little embarrassing if I got Spell Pierce there. Yeah. Is indeed embarrassing. And now I have no mana up. If I want to, like, trade with a Grave Titan and then prevent them from reanimating it. Oh, they just have a 3/3. Sure. Board would be a little bit better if I had a Grave Titan over here. Well, that's not bad. Well, I should just fucking win, huh? Oh, the sets released graph, yeah. This is what you're linking. So back in the day, we would get like what is this, like four sets a year for just like a very long, nice stretch, very consistent. I don't hate 5 or 6. I think this, for me, this personally, this is the sweet spot where there was just like always like plenty of cards to get excited about. And as a content creator, like I wasn't like, there weren't like dry spells where you would kind of have sometimes in the olden days. But once you get up here, once you're in this range, it's like there's too many fucking cards. But like I said, we've had multiple limited formats recently that were bangers. Standard right now, like the mouse deck's a little annoying, but there was a long stretch there where standard was just awesome, like one of the better standard formats we've had. How am I supposed to stay on top of it? I mean, I don't. I just don't. There's a reason I'm here, like, jamming Vintage Cube. I don't know how Amy does it. She keeps track of the arena fancy cards. I have no idea how she manages. Maintaining a collection's not possible. Cards get outshined so fast. Yeah, I mean, I've built multiple modern decks recently, and like most of Yawgmoth is like just not playable anymore. 4 Yogs, 4 Grists, Soul Cauldrons, all that biz. Creativity was the other deck that I built, and it's like on the edge of playability. And these are like not old decks, right? Pre-modern is great, yeah. Love pre-modern. Pre-modern, Pauper, Canlander. There are a lot of decks where you can just like actually, there are a lot of formats, there are a lot of community run formats where you can actually just fucking have a deck and play it for a while. And the older I get, the more and more I am drawn to those formats. I have a buddy that sold out of Modern a few years back, and I always felt like he was kind of like old man at the clouding, complaining about like how his Vendilion clicks lost value and stuff. And I don't know. I don't think it's crazy. I'm considering selling out of Modern. The thing is, with it being a competitive format, it's also nice to just like have a deck. So like if you hear about an RCQ that's nearby or something, you can actually go compete in it. It's so rare that I can actually play in those things. It'd be kind of a bummer if I was just like, okay, well now I have to source cards too. They do have limited RCQs, yeah. But it also has to line up with everything else, right? Like, can I get the weekend off? Can I do all this? So even if like half of the RCQs are limited, you still want to be able to play constructed. Or I do anyway. What if my boss didn't approve my PTO for Saturdays? You think most people have to get paid time off for a Saturday RCQ? Most RCQs happen on the weekend, friend. Hi, Red Ferret. Thanks for 44 months there. Correct. Not everybody works Monday, Friday. I typically take Saturdays off so I can actually spend time with my fiance. Because she does. So again, we're getting like really deep in the weeds here. The comment I was replying to was someone snarkily saying that I wouldn't be able to get paid time off for it due to like talking to my boss or whatever. Which I didn't appreciate. I know it was like meant to be funny or in jest or something. Any of those jokes where you're like laughing that I don't have like real work or real time considerations or something is just not going to land. It's like, I don't know what choir you think you're preaching to. Tornado was great. Hell yeah. You got the filet and Brussels sprouts. Nice. Folks rarely understand how hard creatives and self-employed folks actually work. Yeah. No, I'll just take off all the time that I want, never work, and starve. Just fucking die. Because I want to play in a Magic tournament. That sounds great. Super reasonable expectation. I was thinking about metamorphing the Carsey Revenant next turn, but I don't know if I want to. I might want to hold up Reclamation the whole game. Maybe do both. Right, Author Me Thorn? Yeah, that exactly. When I like work nights. Oh man, I really want to slam that. I think I will. A little fetch in the graveyard. They want to pressure the Yoko, but they also like don't want me chipping in with my 5/3s for free. I think I would have attacked if I was them, but it's kind of close. I just got mana drained. Oh yeah, Captain Red. Yeah, for a few years there, I was streaming from 7 p.m. till 2 in the morning, and that was I enjoyed it. I'm kind of a night owl naturally, but it was kind of hell. If I ever had to like use a business for anything, right? If I ever had to do anything during business hours, like that was the time that I normally slept, so it was a hell of a time to even just like get a haircut, like really simple stuff. I want to Reclamage the Archon, but I also want to get this Safekeeper down. Safekeeper just wins next turn. I'll hold my mana up. I think we're pretty close to winning already. You remember how much I disliked Trash Day because the garbage truck woke me up early? Yeah. Yeah, the garbage truck coming directly in the middle of your sleep schedule is certainly hell. Sure. Yay. Look at us winning a match. Right. Just gonna hold a mana leak here, or miscalc. You can play the birds, but like, what's the bird ramping to, right? We don't have a 4-drop handy. Alright, I'll cycle. You win, opponent. You win. Ooh. Interesting versus the strip mine with our Zero Orb here. Oh, you know what I missed? Second the forest to Zero Orb. Just throwing away 2 life. Didn't need. Terrible. That's like the reason I like enjoy running out the Zero Orb even before I need it. Something could happen to your lands. Might as well scoop that life. Alright, fast bond off the top. Let's go. Fast bond off the top would be quite the rip. We'd play the Crucible, play the Forest, play the fast bond, gain infinite life, treachery their thing, get a jar hand. Oops, played the wrong one. I kind of dislike the sideways cards. I always click on the wrong one because it goes from sideways. It's easy to like read the top one here, right? Not the end of the world. You had a dream once where Exalted worked on block, or is there some obscure card that does something similar? There's Bushido, yeah. Oh, god damn it. Here are my 4 lands and my Treachery and Titanium. And we're just gonna lose to a goddamn Umezawa's. Oh, they're not equipping. Why aren't they equipping? Oh, they are equipping. I don't think we can concede here. I think we just like have to let them nuke our board. The thing is, if we drew fast bond, we would still just win. So it's frustrating to be like to go from 4 mana down to 3 mana when like a land rip could get us there, but could also just rip fast bond, I guess. Oh, they just let me untap. Well, should I Treachery the prime time or run out Titania? Huh? Titania is just worth 4 or 5/3s. I think 4 5/3s actually don't deal with this prime time very well. I'll just grab it. Yeah, you got it. Pretty glad they didn't do that earlier. Sure. Whatever. So it is still their Umezawa's. If we attack with a prime time, they'll still have control of the counters. There's a good chance they'll move it over to one of their critters, though. I mean, they use the Umezawa's counters. Okie dokie. So even if we don't rip a land here, we will have 5 mana for Titanium, because we can sack a land to the Zero Orb, and then we can float, you know, sack a land, rebuy it. So I'm not too worried about our spot. There's the fast bond. Thank you. Yeah, they're just scooping because we have infinite life here. Infinite life, infinite mana. I play out the Titania, infinite 5/3s. Jar hand. You know, We got some stuff going on. This seems like a matchup for Metamorph if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna cut the Nadu. Kind of like Reclamation for Umezawa's. It's kind of worthless otherwise, though, huh? I'll leave it out. Well, what would you cut, Gratz Cutie? You're playing your own match? You should let me know a random card in your sideboard, and I can be like, isn't that card good? With no knowledge of your game. As I'm, like, focusing on my own thing here. No, I don't know what's going on, but isn't that great there? What are you doing? Nadi seems especially good versus Jet, yeah. How do you feel about Metamorph versus Jet, or Metamorph versus Primetime? That's what I was thinking about. And Nadu was my other 23rd card. The card that did not quite make the cut. So, making a swap, easiest thing to do. Cut the shittiest card in the deck, which is what I did. I'm sorry it was the card that you liked against one of the opponent's cards. But, I'm lying. I'm not actually sorry. I lied, I did, right here on the internet, for everyone to see. Uh-oh. If I was them, I would have been a little tempted to hit this fast bond. You could Sentinel here. I'm just going to draw a card. Nice. And now we're like ahead on lands despite getting Stone Rained. And only a single card away from the combo. Hey, Rotobagel thinks the 60 months later, the big 6-0. 60 months with your favorite liar. Well, I guess it's good to be someone's favorite. So when you mind control a creature with Persist and it dies, like if they later killed it, they would get it. It would go to back to their graveyard and they would come into play and they would get to control the comes to play trigger and have the 5/5 and stuff. So it's always like, yeah, it's exciting to get their 6/6, but it's exciting with some caveats, right? Anyway, if the Treachery resolves and we get to untap, then you fire off the Titania, it gets back a fetch, you know, just making... The Treachery might actually be bad. Like, maybe you're just supposed to play the Titania here, because they have a removal spell, they can brick the Treachery, they can, like, kill their own Woodfall and prevent my untap. Whereas if I play the Titania, there's not much they can do. I just gain 10 life and make a billion 5/3s. Let's get this finals on, huh? We'll play a little finals here. Not a bad little 5 here. You think Worldly Tutor was playable in Extended? I don't remember ever seeing it in Extended. What deck would have played Worldly Tutor? Can't currently use that fast bond, but our deck is set up for it. I'm gonna keep it. Is it a Death Shadow thing? No, this is pre-Death Shadows, getting a DF. So Suicide Black, the reason it was named Suicide Black, there was a creature back in the day. I think it was like 2 mana for a 4/4. And when it took damage, you were dealt that much damage. Or when it dealt damage, you took that much damage. And then there's stuff like Carnophage. Here, I'll just bring up Carnophage. Basically, aggressively costed creatures that dealt you damage. So this is like a classic Suicide Black card, where like you're taking damage every turn, but then you're dealing them more damage, and you're trying to like just like kill them because you're getting a good rate on your creatures. Sometimes you played some disruption cards like Unmask, Phyrexian Negator. Yeah, Phyrexian Negator was a classic card, but it doesn't really explain like the self-damage aspect. Yeah, there was an enchantment that was basically Carnophage. If you like killed all your zombies, you'd start taking one. It's Sarcomancy, right? Yeah, yeah. A lot more dangerous than Carnophage. At a certain point, you could just like let Carnophage stay tapped. A second to your Cabal Therapy or something. I kind of want to steal the Urza, but I'd be giving them a food. I don't think I can let them keep Tamiyo and Urza. If I swap the food with Urza, then Tamiyo does clear it. I mean, the fucking Shadow Spirit with the Construct's gonna clear. That's hard, huh? Yeah, maybe you're supposed to uptick. Uptick, let him have a 3/3. Chain of Smog. Pairs with Witherbloom Apprentice, and then there's a 2 and a black 3/2 that spits out 1/1s. So 2 different cards for Chain of Smog. Hey, Chungtastic, thanks to 81 months. Appreciate it. Chung says, been away, just had a daughter, and I'm super amped in spite of lack of sleep. Thanks for helping you at nights. Absolutely, Chung. Congrats on the kid? Hell yeah. Come on, turn the Aether Spark into a 3/3. What cycle is Miscalc? Very jealous of all those clues. How many months is my longest tenured subscriber? I think 122. My memory for that sort of thing's not great, though. That's awesome. I agree. It is awesome. No, they just have another one of their things. I feel like it feels like a Metamorph matchup. Opponent's got some nice things. Fuck, I might just be fucked, Tom. I don't know if even Titania would save me here. I did pretty good, though. A bunch of 5/3s. Well, Island's certainly not doing it. Hey, you got this. You got it. You got it. Does anyone want to yell at me about why I shouldn't cut Nadu? This Channel Emrakul's not amazing. Could still steal a win, though. Well, this opener seems reasonable. It's no Rex Sage. It's no Rex Sage. Did Rex Sage get cut? I feel like I haven't seen Rex Sage in a minute. Fair enough. You could spend the turn Heritage Reclamationing their creature. I think that's a little conservative, though. Instead of, like, getting QB down, smashing. Okay. Academy's a little scary for sure. With the Lava Spur boots on, I wouldn't be able to Treachery. Yeah, there's a win here, I think. Where you Oddity and Gush to get a lane drop for the map token. The issue is you have to... Yeah, you would map first. You would tap a blue source, map, get a 1-1 counter. Then you'd have 6 damage, float, Gush, and then play the Oddity second. Map when you know that you can get the 1-1 counter, right? Interesting. Yeah, when they took Courser out, I really missed it. It's so good in these fast bond shells. You turn to the Courser, turn to the Questing Beast. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Fluffy Face, thanks for 34 months there. 34 months? Why am I still here? Oh, right, because you're awesome. Content on. Will do, Fluffy, will do. Oh yeah, Dryad Arbor would have been hot. 10 lands out of the Emmy? You know, technically possible, huh? There it is. Actually, do I even play this? I forgot I put some Luvite on this playlist. Ah, man. Hoping this coveted jewel doesn't muck me up too bad. Okay, phew. Don't have 2 second lands. Mind if I, okie dokie. Seven, 8, 9. Oh man, I was gonna hardcast an Emrakul. I considered. Why would they do that to me? I think we could have hardcast the Emrakul even without the infinite, right? Because we could have channeled and then sacked our board of land and like gain 10. We were like 6, right? I think it would have worked out, especially like if you float mana first. Good stuff. Glad I snuck a little trophy in there. Should we do a draft for my future self? How are y'all feeling?